Hello everyone, my name is Tyler, and welcome to AI Football Prediction Lab, Europe's most trusted football prediction channel. It's time for the FIFA Club World Cup final. On Sunday, July 13th, at 8 p.m. UK time, Premier League giants Chelsea will face off against the current Champions League winners Paris Saint-Germain in a high-stakes battle between two European giants. This one definitely feels like a Champions League classic. As always, Luca has analysed this massive final in depth and is ready to share his predictions with you. He'll be giving you 3 official predictions, plus 1 surprise verbal pick, making it 4 predictions in total for this special match. Just so you know, there will be no third-place playoff in this tournament. Before we dive into Luca's insights, we want to remind you that everything we do on this channel is only possible with your support. Without it, this journey simply isn't sustainable. So if you'd like to see us continue, please consider clicking the thanks button below. Big or small, every contribution truly matters. Now, let's hand it over to Luca and hear what he has to say about this giant final.
Hello everyone, Luca here. I hope you're all doing well. As Tyler mentioned, it's time for the FIFA Club World Cup final, and it truly feels like a Champions League showdown, Chelsea versus Paris Saint-Germain. Let's start with Chelsea. In the final weeks of the Premier League, they finally looked like a real team, picking up big wins and securing a place in next season's Champions League. On top of that, they also lifted the Conference League trophy, ending the season with silverware. They've been investing heavily in young talent and building a deep squad, which is a clear sign that they're aiming not just for short-term success, but for long-term dominance. Compared to PSG, Chelsea had a relatively easier path to the final, but overall, their performances and team chemistry have been convincing. They've only lost once in the tournament, and most recently beat Fluminense 2-0, with new signing João Pedro scoring both goals. Now, on the other side, Paris Saint-Germain. There's no doubt they're the favourites. Everyone expects them to win this tournament, and to be fair, based on their performances over the last 6 months, they probably should. Around 6 months ago, they knocked Liverpool out of the Champions League, a team many considered the best in Europe at the time. Then they went on to destroy Inter Milan 5-0 in the final without conceding a single goal. And in this Club World Cup, they've been just as dominant. They started by putting 4 past Atletico Madrid, then beat Bayern Munich 2-0, scoring one of those goals while down to 9 men. And most recently, they hammered Real Madrid 4-0. Perhaps most impressively, they've gone through all of these matches without conceding a single goal. So it's fair to say, this PSG side is not only winning, they're not conceding. They're powerful, compact, and in outstanding form. With all that in mind, let's now move on to our predictions for this massive final. I'll go through them one by one. And here's my first pick, Chelsea to have at least 4 corners in 90 minutes. Chelsea are already a team that loves to attack down the flanks. They play with width, pace, and intensity, which naturally leads to a high number of corners. But the main reason I expect them to hit at least 4 corners is this. I believe Chelsea will fall behind in this match. Yes, they'll probably put up a stronger fight than Atletico, Bayern, or even Real Madrid did. After all, they're a Premier League side, and that counts for something. But still, I don't see them keeping a clean sheet against this Paris team. And if they go behind, especially heading into the final 20 minutes, I expect Chelsea to push forward aggressively, putting pressure on PSG's goal and earning multiple corners. So when you combine their natural attacking style with the high chance of chasing the game, I believe Chelsea will reach at least 4 corners in 90 minutes. My second prediction, PSG double chance, win or draw in 90 minutes. To be honest, this one doesn't need a long explanation. We've already talked about what PSG have done over the last 6 months. They've been tested against the very best, and they've passed every single test with flying colours. If they win this match, it'll be their 4th trophy in just 3 months, an incredible run of dominance. Personally, I think there's a very strong chance that PSG will lift the trophy, but at the same time, I can't completely rule out Chelsea either. Even though PSG have enough quality to win it in 90 minutes, a draw wouldn't be a huge shock, especially if Chelsea raise their game and stay compact. So instead of going for a straight PSG win, I'm choosing to reduce the risk and go with PSG double chance. My third prediction, Chelsea to not score in the first half. Yes, Chelsea have players who can change the game in a flash. Especially in wide areas, they're extremely athletic and explosive. On the counter, they can punish any opponent, even PSG. But as I mentioned earlier, this PSG side has become an elite defensive unit. Because they score so many goals, people often overlook how well they defend. But the numbers speak for themselves. They didn't concede a single goal against Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, or even Premier League leaders Liverpool in the second leg of their Champions League tie. a match that went 120 minutes. And with Donnarumma in goal, breaking through becomes even more difficult. On top of that, I also expect Chelsea to approach the game cautiously in the early stages, which lowers their scoring chances in the first 45 minutes. So overall, I believe there's a higher chance Chelsea won't score in the first half than they will. And here's my surprise prediction for this final. I think PSG's Georgian star, Kvaratskhelia, will score at least one goal. Even though Kvara has been performing well, it's clear that he's been missing the feeling of scoring. You can see the frustration in his body language, and he doesn't hide it well. So far in this tournament, he's scored just once, and for a player of his quality, that's not enough. I believe this is the game where he ends that drought. My surprise pick, Kvaratskhelia to score anytime, and with that surprise prediction, we've come to the end of my analysis and picks for this final. Remember, we can only keep doing this amazing work with your support. If you'd like to help us continue, you can use the thanks button below to support the channel. We truly hope our analysis and predictions bring you a bit of luck. We love you all. And as always, much love from the AI Football Prediction Lab team.